So this is what I've got. I've got a 4-foot wide pier that is now pulled out of the water, tipped back so I can work on it. The water level has dropped considerably because they do that each year. They let the water out by lowering it using the dam at the foot of the pond. And this pier, all aluminum except for the pipes, is very nice, but it's about 10 feet long, not horribly long. But when I get on it at the end, when it's out here, kind of like that one is, although that one is longer, it's very wobbly this way. When you're standing still, you don't notice it, but when you're walking out, it's a little unnerving. And as I get older, it gets more unnerving. So the goal is to brace it. Now, my initial thought was to put the standard X brace across it, but I would have to make collars to hold it on the top and bottom of each pipe. And I'm thinking that possibly a triangular shaped might work just as well, be a little bit less work. So that is the goal. Here I'm using my grinder to cut 2 collars to slip over the 2 pipes. And these 2 angled pieces will be welded to each collar so that I can attach the pipe to it. And I welded the 2 pieces to the pipes, so now I have a left and a right. I'll weld a large nut onto this hole, and then a bolt can be threaded through it to tighten down onto the vertical pipe. Here the nut is laid on the hole with a bolt going through it to keep the inside threads clean and to keep it lined up. I do love welding. I'm not that good at it, but it's really therapeutic. I may need a longer bolt. We'll see. Now for the braces. I'm using electrical conduit. It's galvanized, it works well, and it'll be strong enough. After cleaning it up, wire brushing, a little naphtha to wipe off any residue. Three coats of Rust-Oleum primer and then some Rust-Oleum gray paint. Now that I have these collars made to go on this pipe, I've got to undo this bolt, slide this off, and slide this up on the pipe. I'll be back to you when that gets done. The two braces will be joined to one bolt in the center of the pier near the top. Now the question is, do I need to put another pipe down here across here? And I think this is going to brace it enough, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up and call it a day, hopefully. Okay. So this is what it looks like from the front. It's bolted up there, and the cross braces go from side to side. I've tightened this collar on the pipe over here, but this one I'm going to wait because I've raised this wheel up about 6 or 8 inches, and it has to drop down that far in order to level it when I put it out. So if this collar is left loose, when I do these bolts, the pipe should slide down pretty good. It shouldn't be a problem, and I can tighten it afterwards. Okay, that should stop this pier from wobbling like this when I go to walk on it. And I've been wanting to do that for a few years, but never get around to it. And the only time you can do it is when they let the water out for the dam, because the water is usually in the spring about this high. So there's quite a difference there. It's right up to the bottom of the pier in the spring. So here I am standing in the water in October. It's still warm because it takes a long time for it to cool off. It's a good heat sink. And this will be ready to go in the spring. Thanks for watching. I know it wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but maybe it will be for somebody.